He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hey J Birds, we have the merchandise available now. The hoodies, the female shirts we have available. We have the male shirts available too. And then we also have BAM, the mugs, right? For everybody. So hit the description box below. Peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop. This is Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. This is season 5, episode 10. And, this episode, you be like, they should do something different. Can we get a different storyline? They did something completely different. And it was still the same old. Oh my gosh, for my hoodie. That I took off, put my real shirt on. Anyway, if you have not done so already, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel to become a J-Bird. Yes, people here who are subscribers are called J-Birds. Y'all see from the video before, we do have what I have now did the J-Bird merchandise, the hoodie, the shirts, and the mug. So go ahead and hit the description box below this video and hit the link to the Teespring store to get your J-Bird shirt, your J-Bird hoodie, or your J-Bird mug. I have, it's a fit everyone. I have a male and a female version, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get it done. And also do not forget to also hit the notification bell because that lets you know when I have a new video up. And thank you so much for watching. Hey J-Birds, hey J-Birds, okay? So we see this episode is, these heifers going to London, okay? And I'm like, do we really need them to go to London when they can't get along in Hollywood? I'm not sure, but we are all going along for the ride across the pond. So we see how Bridget, who is the one who's bringing all these girls together, is having like a before we go over the pond brunch, okay? She had Donatella there, and she invites a couple of the ladies, I guess, sit down and chill. It's weird because I don't think they all really know each other. I don't think they all friends, and I don't want to like hang out the country with strangers, okay? I would prefer to go with people I'm like cool with, and I just feel like none of them really mesh. Like someone had beef with someone in all circles, so I'm like, anyway, so we see how when Bridget, I don't even know the girl name. When Bridget and Donatella's in there talking, broke ass Brooke, that's not nice, girl. That's not nice. Messy Brooke walked in and she can't wait to tell them, oh, Monique's passed out, and she passed out because, Rockstar asked her to sing a little bit higher. And I'm like, you really pushing this whole storyline and she fakely passed out because she ain't want to sing. Now see, Monique said, gotcha bitch, because she was on Instagram, go all up in these Instagram streets singing and showing that she has a voice. And I can't remember if I said or not. We know that she can sing a little bit. We know she can hold a tune, but she did not sound good that day, okay? And that's the whole thing about you have to do your best at all times. I'm like, what's these chords, Lord Jesus? Anyway, between this chord and this chord and my chargers, I'm just always thinking something's near me. And I'm like, oh my God, is it in that ground? No, girl, it's goddamn chords. Anyway, so yeah, Brooke is, oh yeah, she did it, she did that. But Monique can sing. She was on Instagram singing, I think it may have been the same song, if not a different song, but she was showing that she can sing higher. Okay. Anyway, so as she said how, I don't know if Monique's gonna come because she was all sick on the stretcher, calling 911, going to Grey's Anatomy Hospital, all these things. Then who walks in? Monique walks in, okay? Like, la 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 la, like nothing ever happened. And then Brooke got real quiet. Okay, it wasn't gonna be no girlfriend. She got quiet as a goddamn on church mouse. I'm like, girl, you ain't got that mouth now. Bring up, what was you just saying? Nothing? Okay. Hush it up. So she come in and saying how she had changed medications, the dosage of her medication changed, and it kind of just it affected her. And that do happen in real life. So she said she fine now and she went on a trip to London. And then we see all the plus ones bringing a plus one. Okay, because Brooke invited, no, who did Bridget invite first? I can't remember who Bridget invited first, but Bridget invited somebody. Now they got Tia Marie coming, you got LaBrittany coming, you got Paris coming, you got Nikki Baby coming, Moniece, Nikki. So all of them, and I'm like, I just don't get it. Jesus, just does not make any sense. But it's like all the plus ones invited a dang on plus one, and we see how LaBrittany and Moniece have never met in person, even though when they bring up that Lanice, that LaBrittany and Paris is coming, Monique's like, I don't like that because Brittany, what I'm saying, we heard that she out here in these streets, I'm saying, spreading the low and spreading the wide, and then Paris is the one who be out here dropping little pin signs to let Princess know where the little fashion show was. Monique's girl, get over, let it be. And when Moniece asked the Brittany, well, I thought you were going to like do a show with my friend, for Gay Pride. She's like, no, honey, I'm booked in London. Like, I have things to do, and so I'm not doing that. I have to go over to London and try to break this whole new track. I'm gonna do a whole little remix called the She Mix. Me and this British rapper gonna do it. Okay, little Brittany, we get it, girl. You're trying to be international. We see a little scene. Okay, we see a little scene between Lyrica, her mama, A1, and his brother. And I feel like Lyrica and A1 are the jokes of the show this season. I feel like they don't realize they were made out to be the couple who people like laughing at because there's a whole bunch of craziness going on. So Lyrica meet with her mom, just saying how she's upset that everybody talking about her like she's a whole hole in these streets. Like she's out here, you know what I'm saying, just spread it and give it to whoever. And her mom like, well, why do they keep making up these rumors? Okay, well, Mom, you acting like you don't believe me and you ain't on my side. So and she like, girl, look, I'm your mama, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna support you forever, you know what I'm saying? Forget everybody else, no matter what everybody else say, I will always support you. She's like, yeah, I know, okay, Mom. But she bring up how A1 came home after the whole thing with Ray J and was questioning her about, if she really did or did not do things. And I feel like Lyrica be saying how, I don't know why everybody making this stuff up, but you've done things to make rumors start. Like, it's the equivalent of you've done things that make yourself look guilty. Okay, you went to A1 looking like a thought. Okay, like a superhero cheating wife thought. You did. You was on camera flirting a little bit too friendly with Safari. So it does not mean that she slept with them, but I wish that she could just own it and say, I maybe was too friendly and people misunderstood my friendliness, but I'm not cheating on my husband. But the fact that she keeps acting like, well, I don't have any idea why, you can't deny. You need to sometime say, you know what, I was being too friendly, but I wasn't trying to flirt. Like, I just was being friendly, whatever. I'm not cheating on my husband. But you can't keep acting as if it's coming out of the thin air. Like, no, bitch, rain comes from the clouds because it's raining. Like, you can't act like you don't know why your head wet because it's raining. Girl, come on now, pay attention. So A1 who's talking to his brother, they both, saying, I'm sorry about the little fight, whatever. Brother's beef is fine, but he brings up how he's lonely because, his friends basically don't want to see him happy. They keep ragging on him. They won't respect his choice to be with his wife, and regardless of the rumors of her cheating. And again, your friends sometimes is going to say stuff to you so that you don't look dumb. Okay? What you have to do is say, look, I know this, I trust my wife. You can't go in trying to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't go in with a whole attitude with other people because your wife has done things and acted in ways that made her look suspect. Your issues should be with your wife. Okay? Don't even include these other niggas in your marriage. Go home, talk to your wife, say, look, babe, you can't be out here, dressed like a super samurai going to see people. You can't go out here in thought shorts and your titties up to your chin. You can't do that, honey, because when you do that and you go to be with these men, it's gonna look like you out here flaunting it to be with somebody else, and you should not do that, honey, baby. You just should. It's a certain way that you can be sexy and not be slutty. It's a certain way that you can still dress nice, you know what I'm saying, be a little bit risque, but not be looking like you're going to cheat on your husband. It's that fine line where you have to still respect your marriage and not be up here, because you was laughing up in Rockstar face dressed like you was coming to dance. And I mean, that look some kind of way, especially when you kept on saying, I mean, hey, well, we over. Oh, so that's how you dress like that because you're over? Because again, it's just crazy. Anyway, his brother asked him, A1's brother asked him, like, look, I get all that, you know what I'm saying? I just want to know, are you sure it's your baby? A1 whole face looked like he was lost like he was in Wonderland, walking around, looking for the Mad Hatter, having tea. He just all lost. He's Alice in Wonderland. Girl, go find your... He done a girl. Don't say that. Man, go find your wife and just calm the hell down. In London, the thoughts have arrived. Yes, all the thoughts have landed. They're all in London, and it's kind of crazy. Bridget is acting like she's from there. I want to show you guys all the scenery. I'm like, that's how you talk when someone comes to your neighborhood. Like, if you come to Detroit, let me show you around. You not from England. I want to show you guys this. Girl, calm the hell down. She wants them to like walk up and down the streets of London because that's what the local people do. Nikki Nicole was like, not Nikki Nicole. Nikki Baby was like, no, we're gonna get us some little cars. We're not gonna be walking around here. I can't do this. And I'm like, girl, it's like, is her body gonna melt? Like, is she too plastic to walk down the street? If you move a Barbie doll legs too much, they do break off. So maybe she thinks if she moves her legs too much, her legs might break off. I'm not sure. But, you know what I'm saying? Her whole body would melt. But, truth be told, I wouldn't have walked all the way either. When they got in the car, it was like riding down, whatever. And then Bridget said, see, I want us to walk all. I'm like, walk all what way? Girl, y'all been in the car for a few. No. And it's other people, like with luggage. No. Girl, no. We can do that later. But they all visit London, and I'm like, if you like it, I love it. I don't like it at all, but you know what I'm saying, we're gonna watch it. We do see they're like in separate cars. So like we have in one car, we see Monique being shady as usual. So I wore lace because I heard that LaBrittany did a whole performance and she only had lace on. I'm like, so we've seen you in less. Girl, look, your wig lace fronts don't even look that good, so just calm the hell down. We don't really care about you. And I'm like, we've seen everybody on there dressed risque one way or the other. And I feel like when you are performing, when you are an artist, that is when you dress a little bit extra because you're a performer. So you be a little bit extra. You hoes be walking around the dang on streets of LA dressed like prostitutes. So girl, hush it up, damn it. Anyway, we then see Tierra and them in their car, and when she brings up her little sex tape situation and how, you know what I'm saying, she can't believe it or whatnot, he go, Paris, oh, this isn't a sympathy trip. I'm like, Paris, she wasn't talking to you, girl. Calm down, Paris. And from there, they start bickering because Paris feel like, you know what I'm saying, I want everyone to have fun. Why bring that up? This is a fun trip or whatever. And I'm like, oh, why y'all bickering? Then they make up. Shakes my motherfucking head. Because why are y'all arguing? And I feel like Paris is really good at starting shit, and then once it started, she don't want to deal with it. Because again, you and Nikki Baby brought all this shit up. Y'all, well, not the sex, y'all to make him come on her face, but y'all, you know what I'm saying, shook the table and made the whole thing come out about him having a whole wife and a whole girlfriend, and that spiraled into what has transpired. So y'all started this shit by digging into her life and what's going on. If you would have left it alone, who knows what would have happened or not happened. We shall see. So they get to this 8-bedroom house that she booked for her. And you know how you be like, oh my God, the house gonna look so pretty, so new, so I'm like, it was like a cottage. I'm like, it looks small. It just has 3 floors of rooms. And I'm like, I don't think it really had 8 bedrooms because 3 of them beds was up in the attic. So I'm like, that's a regular like 2-3-story house where, you know what I'm saying, the attic is used for storage, but instead they put the bodies up there. So we seen Monique, Nikki Baby, and Sierra in the rooms in the attic, all hot. Oh my God, it's so hot because Bridget let them know, like, my room, the main room, the master room on the main floor, the biggest room, that's my room. That's on the first floor. The room next to that, that's Brooke's room. Okay, y'all can go between the other 2 floors, second, third floor, and figure it out. I was like, damn, bitch. She was like, I got my room, and I got Brooke her room. Y'all can figure that shit on their own. I don't really care. And he go, Nikki Baby, are you serious? My foot's broke. I'm looking like, bitch, you in heels. How broke is your foot? Like, you ain't got no boot on, like no cast. How is it broke? How are you having a broke foot and you're walking around London? Girl, bye. Yeah, sit down some damn where. But I thought it was so funny when it was like, we up in the attic. I'm like, that's not an 8. She talked about the house like it had 8 bedrooms, not the fact that it had 8 beds. Okay, if you put 3 beds in one room, bitch, that's different. It's the difference between having bedrooms and beds. Okay, because the fact that Sierra Marie, Moniece, and Nikki had to share a room, that ain't 8 bedrooms. It's not. That's 8 beds. Okay, you can have a whole you can have a 1-room shack and had 8 beds. Okay, bunk them up, bunk bed, bunk bed, bunk bed. I'm like, girl, and they was in twin beds. And again, that's why Bridget said my room is here, because she saw the best rooms. Like, y'all can go see, go double up in them twin. I'm like, it was like a little cottage, but it's London, so who knows? Anyway, I'm still laughing. Them up in the attic all hot. So they then discussed the rules. What rules do they want to have amongst each other? Because again, don't forget, these hoes ain't friends. They not. As much as they want us to believe they friends, they not friends. And I can't, it's gonna be some fighting. We don't know when what's gonna happen. You know, Tierra says her rule is simple. You know, I got a couple rules, they're real simple. Don't touch my shit, don't touch my shit, don't touch my shit. I said that should have been the first rule, because hoes is real easy to mess with your stuff when they pissed off. So I'm like, I'm glad that you said don't touch my shit. Just leave it be. Okay? Because again, if you touch my stuff, we're gonna have to move the furniture out the way and knuckle up. Okay, don't. And I'm at work. I'm like that at work. I'm like that wherever. I got to work one day and I'd be like, who used my pen? Like, why would you want to use my pen? And Shannon was like, Jelly, you left the pen out yesterday. Nobody took it out. I'm like, oh, my fault. I don't want nobody using my pen. I want my stapler in my desk before I leave, because even though, like, nobody be on my desk, if someone comes in to, like, use the fax machine that's in the office and that's in the front office, there was some time like, oh, let me staple this. And I'm like, no, bitch, don't use my stapler. So I'm like, you know, just don't touch my shit. So I get Tia Marie in that wholeheartedly, okay? Wholeheartedly. I have a plant. My plant that sits outside my apartment, it has my name on it, which kind of means don't touch it. Anyway, the Brittany then brings up her rule, and she said, my rule is mainly for Moniece. I need you to keep my name out your mouth. Don't be going around here telling nobody that I'm out here trying to fuck A1. I don't want that whole tummy tucked ass man. I don't want that whole shellac nail ass man. Fuck that dry scalp ass man. I'm at those stuff, but she did call him a tummy tucked ass dude. I don't want him. I'm not trying to mess with him. Moniece like, you know what? Well, I heard it from someone else. I told Jay Will that I didn't know it to be facts, but I heard it. I hate anyone who says I don't know if it's true, but I heard that, you know what I'm saying, this and this is it, and it's to down someone's character. Like, I'm like, but why repeat it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why repeat it? Like, if you don't know it to be true and it's gossip, like, let it be, bitch. Let it be. Anyway, but the person who told me, I'm saying, that I heard it from, said that you said that. I'm like, I don't think she would say that. That's just stupid. That she fucking, who admits to fucking A1? Lyrica barely admits to being with that man. I'm like, girl, bye. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm like, what? This, no. I'm like, and she said something about A1 and Jay Will. I said, you gonna name 2 gay men? I'm like, what are you talking about? No one wants to fuck Jay Will because he's bisexual, so we don't want that. And no one wants to fuck A1 because he is also probably bisexual. They both like men. If you ask, that's not actually. I just said don't be saying stuff, and I did it my damn self. Forgive me. Jesus is working on me. Anyway, let's move past that. But Brittany brings up how it's like, well, I won't say that I heard that you was eating K. Michelle pussy. I said, now how did it go from her? I'm like, what? Moniece eating K. Michelle pussy? I'm like, now this is just too much. That's just too much juices. What's going on here? Moniece said, well, she's my good friend. I'm not eating her coochie, but I do eat my girlfriend's coochie. Well, you know what, Moniece? We did not need to know that either. We know what lesbians do, okay? We know that you eat coochie. We know that unless you're a pillow princess. So just leave it be. Anyway, we see they hit a pub or like a bar. And for the most part, at first, I'm like, are they doing too much? Lil Brittany twerking like on the table a little bit. You got Paris, I'm like, and you see people looking like, what the fuck is going on here? But I'm like, they being ratchet. You keep Paris keep asking me, are they circumcised? Because you heard that men in London are not circumcised. I'm like, you can't be asking random men, are they circumcised? You just can't do that. Now, the first man she asked was a white guy. He said he was not circumcised. The second guy she asked that, he was a black guy. He said he was circumcised. I'm like, just stop asking goddamn question, okay? It just does not go that well. So we see they kind of, having fun, drinking or whatever. And for me, as it's going on, I'm like, do they not realize that Tia Marie is a whole full-fledged recovering alcoholic out of rehab, and y'all up here just in her face, just drinking. And we see Tia Marie kind of get up and walk away, but she was saying to Paris how she said, I'm trying not to drink. And Paris said, you can have a drink. You've earned it. Bitch, she's an alcoholic. She not supposed to be drinking. She isn't, okay? So we see her get up and she goes outside. So Moniece, like, where the hell did she go? So Moniece goes outside to check on her. And Sears, honestly, I left out there because I'm trying to prevent myself from drinking. She's like, I'm not going to lie and say I have not had any drinks since I got out of rehab. But I will say, I know I can't do that because when I drink, I just keep going and I don't stop. And I feel like with all I'm going through, I want to drink. So I just have to sometimes remove myself from situations when I feel myself being overwhelmed and wanting to drink. And I applaud her for that, because anybody who knows an alcoholic or who knows about overcoming any kind of addiction, you have to know when to remove yourself before you give in to the temptation. And I like how Moniece left with her in support of Tears, and she can't be in that environment right now. I'm like, you know what? That's a friend. Or at least an associate. I don't know. Anyway, back in the States, I almost don't care about this little thing, but I guess they threw it in here to make it entertaining. We see Sean, who was Amber Mama, who's not going to try to be Apple's manager, saying how she set up a whole appointment to meet with Apple, with her lawyer, to sign a contract for Apple to be her client or whatever, and Apple don't show up, okay? And, Sean's upset, like, my lawyer is paid by the hour, so this ain't free, I'm spending money on this, Girl, look, I like Apple, I do, but it's something about her working with Sean that this is very, very Stevie J-esque, okay? Sean, give me Stevie J tease, okay? Let me be your manager and like make you a star. I can just a stripper who's stripping and a person who says I can make you a star, but you couldn't make your daughter no star. Anyway, she go looking for Apple because Apple not returning her phone call. She didn't make it to the meeting, and she didn't cost her some money. So she's like, I don't know where she at, what's going on. I look on her IG page, and she out here in the strip clubs dancing. So she goes to her club, and of course, Apple was there picking up a few dollars. Okay, dollar here, dollar there, like little dollars. She probably had about maybe $100. You know what I'm saying? In ones, it looked like it was maybe $100 in ones, and that was really it. And, I feel like it's about to be a whole, I'm a stripper, you the manager want to save me, and we're going to be arguing. And I feel like we had that exact same scene on Growing Up Hip Hop between Deb Atney and Johnny Blaze. It reminded me, it's the exact same thing. You were supposed to meet me at some kind of event, but you up here dancing, and I'm upset because I want to save you from being a dancer, girl. I want to save you from dancing, okay? And I was like, at the end of the day, Apple says how she feels like she didn't show up because she has always had to support herself and her kids. So it's like, I had to make money to pay bills and to support my kids, and there was no guarantee, me going to see you, that you was going to pay me money to do whatever I needed to do. So I did what I'm used to doing, which is go and shake that ass and make some money. She brings up how the day of that appointment, she had a whole gig that was going to pay her money, and she needed the money. And I'm like, Sean, I told you, I got you, I told you, I got, I can help you make money, you know what I'm saying? I see something in you, I see something in you. Now get your ass off the stage. I'm like, why you? Again, it's the whole Mama D and the girl. I was like, I'm not, it was a yelling match back and forth. And at one point, you see Apple having a full-fledged kid trying to, I don't want to, no. You know what I'm saying? Help me, help me. I'm like, I was over it. I was over the manager yelling at the girl who's a stripper. I'm like, simply because this, you have to remember, Apple been just surviving her whole life. And even though Sean has the best intentions, Sean, she don't know you. You have not proven to be a help to her. I feel like if you know someone is a stripper and you want them to not strip and you want them to think you serious, because she came there and Apple had like ones in her hand. That's money. That ain't money. This is money. She goes in her purse and pull out a whole bunch of hundreds. See, and nobody gave me that money. I made that money. If you made it and someone gave it to you, okay, you may not have gotten it dancing, but someone gave you that money for doing a service. Let's just say that. And I feel like if that was the case, you could have gave her money up front before even going to whatever appointment. Hey, let's meet up real quick. We can talk about some things. I'm going to give you this money to let you know how, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to invest in you, and I don't want you in the strip clubs. I need you to be here at this time. This is me making sure that you get paid for your time. You can't expect a girl who makes her money from dancing to stop dancing and come and rely on a whole stranger to get her paid when she has children. Like, that, to me, that does not make any sense. Now, should Apple Watch take Sean serious? I mean, she should, but what have we seen Sean do besides say, I see something in you? Okay, I can't see your point, but whatever. Anyway, so it's a whole yelling match back and forth, whatever, you know what I'm saying. She come down off stage and they kind of like, well, you know what, my bad, you know, I've just never had to count on somebody else. I've always had to do for self. So, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. And they kind of make up or whatnot. I feel like she said, you know, I'm gonna help make your bank account grow. Okay, again, Sean gives me Stevie JT's. She does. And again, I don't know what she's done. What has she done? What has she done? Nothing? Okay. Anyway, they leave with a whole know-how that Apple was going to trust in Sean, that Sean going to help her make some money doing something, even though Sean ain't helped her daughter do shit besides it looks stupid on TV. Anyway, you know, the ladies went sightseeing. Okay, cool. It was what it was. They then go to like a little restaurant, but it was just Paris, Moniece, Nikki, and Sierra who went. And again, Paris like, is your dick circumcised? I'm like, stop it, girl, just stop it. Anyway, it's like, fix it, Jesus. Sierra brings up to Paris when they sit and wait for the food to be made, how she know that she be joking about the whole sex tape thing. She's like, but when you joke about that, Paris, it's a whole sore spot for me, and it makes me, you know, I don't like it or whatever. Paris, like, you know what I'm saying, well, I be joking, like, I don't have any malice, I don't mean any ill will. I be joking. It happened. Fuck it. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let it go. The world be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Why she did say the world talked about it? Why can't I? Like, why can't I talk about it too? It's not as if it's secret. And I said, because she's telling you that it makes her feel some kind of way, and she's asked you to not do that. Even as friends, like, your friends can't rib on you about certain stuff, but you also let them know, like, look, I ain't really over there right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's not talk about it. And you leave it be. You leave it be until your friend hears you crack your own joke, and then it's open the floodgates. So they talk about how LaBrittany and Moniece need to kind of not have issues. So they're going like, oh yeah, we're gonna set up a whole little meeting between y'all. Cool. Moniece then say, well, you know what I'm saying, for me, I'm just tired of these new bitches. I'm just tired of these new bitches going around. First of all, Moniece, if you old hoes have storylines, it wouldn't be room for these new bitches. The reason the new bitches are here is because y'all have nothing to offer. So they have to keep adding people every season. Cause Moniece has not had a storyline. Because she didn't have one last season either. Like, it's never her doing something. It's always her beefing with somebody. Her not being friends with somebody. Her beefing with Fiz's zero friend. Her beefing with AD and her. It's just, Moniece, girl. I mean, I wish she could do something besides beef with people. But, you know what I'm saying? That's who she is. And she's an old bitch with no story. Anyway, they then on the subject of Paris and her issues with K. Michelle. Paris, like, you know what I'm saying? Kay accused me of being a credit card thief. I can't believe she did that. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of crazy. And all for $50. They all say, yeah, I thought it was like thousands. And I said, what does the amount matter? Like, why does that even, who cares what the amount was? I don't care. If it was $1, if you used my credit card and you were not supposed to, and what if you used my last $2, okay, and I want to give me a whole large fry from McDonald's, bitch, and I can't because you used my goddamn last $2. It don't matter how much the amount was. You used that girl credit card and you weren't supposed to. That's the definition of credit card theft. Like, that's, if you look the shit up, it's in there, okay? It's in there. She then brings up how, you know what I'm saying, well, had I not known people in the industry, had I not known Lil' Kim, or had I not known, thank God for Keisha Cole, I guess, because people let her work for them. She brings up, I'm a regular girl from Brooklyn. My mama was embarrassed to go here. My grandma was embarrassed to go here because K. Michelle used her platform to call me a thief, and I can't believe that, you know what I'm saying? People still talking about that and bring it up like it's nothing, and I feel some kind of way about it. And I'm confused because you just told Tierra to get over her sex tape situation, but you want to not be talked about. You don't want anyone to bring up you a goddamn thief. Bitch, you are a thief. Okay, you're a thieving thief. In my opinion, you're a lying thief because you keep trying to make it seem as if because you did not steal a whole bunch of money, then you're not a thief. That leads me to believe you may have taken other monies from people before, and it's felt like, well, that ain't stealing. Still living ain't that much. Because who says I only took $50? Bitch, you took. The key word is you took. You used something that was not yours, okay? You was a whole thief, okay? You was a thief, girl. And it pissed me off. And now she in the pub crying. Bitch, bye. You just got on Tia Marie case like, get over it. You know what I'm saying? What does it care? Why can't I? Well, you a thief all day, all Paris. You a thief, girl. Anyway, what kind of thief? A thief, a real thief, a goddamn thief. Oh, bitch. Anyway, we see Moniece, LaBrittany, and Tierra meet up. Basically, it was some bullshit. Moniece don't really say sorry. All she says is, you know what I'm saying, she's repeating some stuff that she heard. And I'm like, that ain't an apology, but bitch, whatever. LaBrittany bring up like, look, I'm just here, I'm new, I'm trying to work, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I did slide in his DM because I did it because he's a producer and now trying to work with him. I'm not out here trying to fuck anybody to make it. I got two sons, two older sons as that who see what I do. I had no idea she had kids. But she brings up how, you know what I'm saying, I'm not out here fucking produce. Like, that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm out here in London now working on a single to, cross over here in London. So she's basically saying I'm about my business, and I hate when anyone, especially another woman, try to degrade me and say I'm out here fucking for tracks, and I'm not. Like, that ain't what I'm doing. I ain't got time for that. I don't want to do it. So they figure out, well, first of all, that means that Lyrica lying, because Lyrica's a liar. So are you surprised? And Moniece just says how she admits that she judged LaBrittany wrong because you didn't get to know that bitch because you was the evil hoe. Anyway, we then see Bridget doing like a little press junket. And I'm like, oh, I'm thinking someone else set up a press junket for her to do things. No, they in the backyard of that little ass cottage, and they have like a little picnic table set up, and people coming by, talking to her. And I'm like, okay, you invited people over to the backyard. It's like a backyard barbecue. So, but I'm like, why is she sitting down there? And like, it's like pelican fur, a weird ass slick back green ponytail. The green is the ponytail look corroded. Like she did like one of these, and the hair didn't even move. I'm looking like that ain't even a good green weave. That's the bad green weave. It looked like somebody used the green weave a month or two ago and said, hey, take this back. You can keep this green weave. And she said, I'm gonna reuse it. And then she reused it in London because it was not a good look. It was not. Anyway, out of the cheap green weave and the pelican fur just did not work for me at the backyard barbecue press junket. Anyway, she talking about her album and she trying to go do a tour and these things, and then here comes Brooke, because Brooke says, I'm watching her work or whatever, and she seems boring, like I'm gonna come like spice it up. I'm like, bitch, she working. She might not be working, you know what I'm saying, in the States, but she's over there doing things and she's working. And why would you go do anything? And Brooke childish ass come out with a banana in a chair, and she slapped the chair over, and then her and LaBrittany come and sit down during Bridget's press junket and starts talking. The reporter, they do say, you know what I'm saying, I haven't seen you since Girl Fight. I didn't know you were still around. Neither did we. And she ain't did shit since Girl Fight anyway. Brooke basically takes over the interview, and Bridget is sitting looking pissed. Oh, she looks up fucking sick. She's like, I'm working. Like, y'all just came and just basically disrupted everything. And then bro, like, yeah, I'm gonna come back out of retirement soon. I don't think it was retirement. I think you just kind of wasn't good, and you. But no one was listening after Girl Fight. You kind of slid it away. Anyway, she then brings up, oh, La Britney's very talented. And then La Britney is upping up her song, and I'm like, and Bridget is looking like, how did my press junket for my album that I have turn into Brooke saying she's coming out of retirement, La Britney talking about her little single, like, how did it happen? And then Brooke had the audacity, the unmitigated gall, the balls, bitch, to say, hey, Bridget, you should have La Britney be your opening act on your stuff. And she's like, I wasn't going to have one, but I mean, I guess it was the most awkward, unprofessional, bitch, I want to punch in your throat stuff that I've ever seen. So it was just horrible and unprofessional. And then at that point, we then see Tierra walk out, but she looked like she wasn't coming out there to deal with that. She was like, I was coming to tell y'all that the chicken was ready, because she was cooking the kitchen, cooking chicken. And the reporter, oh, Tierra Marie, oh, come down and talk. And she's like, no. And she's trying to go back in the house. He gets up and comes and like physically grabs her and brings her to the table and has her sit down. I'm looking like, bitch, did you put your hands on me, bruh? Don't do that shit. And so she sits down. She's like in like a robe and shit. So she sits down and whatnot. And then he brings up, y'all on your IG, you had posts talking about new music is coming. And the next thing we saw was, you know what I'm saying, some sex tape stuff. Like, what's going on with that? And she said, well, yeah, my ex leased it or whatever. I can't do nothing about it. The other guy who was with him then said, sex tape, where can I see that? And he starts laughing. And they like, did he really just... And even the other guy, like, he laughed. But he was like, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who says that? Which made Tierra upset. So she got up and walked away. But it was her interview anyway, so what does it matter? It was rude, though. And even though you can tell he was jokingly saying that, she wasn't in a jokingly mood. Like, I'm like... you can't do that, people. It's just not nice. So she gets up and she walks away. The ladies on with as rude. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that. It's just stupid. And then the guy then brings up, you're like, well, I didn't want to even talk to her about that, really. I was going to actually ask her what's going on with her and K. Michelle, because K. Michelle was live on IG and Tierra's ex was in the commenting, and it was as him and her were flirting back and forth. So I was going to ask her, what was that like? What's up with girl code? And then Bridget was like, what? You mean like, wait. Tierra's ex was flirting with K. Michelle on her live, and he was like, yes. I was going to ask her about that. She's like, well, look, I don't know about that, but y'all got to go because I'm going to talk to her. So she do go in there and try to talk to Tierra. She's like, leave me alone. And it goes off. This is why they need new people. They in London, and I feel like maybe you just can't please me. I don't know. I mean, it was a good episode, but at the same time, I think I was aggravated with Brooke's antics at the end. I'm like, who does that? Even though I think the press checking was some bullshit, I would say that myself. I still feel like Bridget was in professional mode. Like, even if she called them there to meet with her and they did it because she asked them to, not because they wanted to, she still was promoting her shits. And so for you to come in and talk about you and La Britney was some bullshit. I think you should. And it's the same thing she did with Moniece. Moniece, instead of sing her song, she come in singing in a whole different tune, and she takes the shine away from Moniece. Brooke's a whole hater. You wanna know why? Because if Brooke ain't out here fighting hoes for Marcus, what else is she doing? Causing trouble. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here, y'all. I'm done. It's been a long time. It's 3:20 in the morning. I don't know why why do I wait so late to record? Anyway, I'm done. Peace.
He's like love, and music.